Michael, the biggest question is, can we get a Fallout New Vegas 2? I don't know, but we'll see. Obsidian is working on an unannounced title. Anthony Fertino over Insider Gaming has spotted by fans via Reddit the updated LinkedIn page for veteran art director Daniel I'm gonna say Kabuko, maybe something along that lines, right? Dude, last names always get me. Reveals that the Obsidian is apparently working on an unannounced title. So we'll see what Daniel's up to here. His profile now lists that a new position as art director on an unannounced title at Obsidian, dated for July 2024. However, there were no further details about the nature of the project itself. Developer Obsidian previously worked on such titles as Fallout New Vegas, Pentiment, Grounded, and the Outer Worlds series. The developer is also working on a little game called Avowed, which is now expected later. Well, it says later this year, but we'll get into that one next. Fans speculate that Obsidian's unannounced title might be a sequel to Fallout New Vegas, since that would be a timely project. In Microsoft's latest financial report, CEO Satya Nadella addressed the impact of Amazon's live-action Fallout series, which hit huge numbers for not only the TV adaptation, but also the games themselves over on Game Pass, being 5 times the amount of users, all that kind of good stuff, right? It was a very good move, to say the least, right? It paid off, Michael. So now fans are going, what's next for Obsidian? What are they working on? Well, we already know that they're working on Avowed, but an unannounced project, speculations start. What do you think, Michael?
Oh man, I want the speculation to be true. Fallout New Vegas 2 is like one of those games that I played Fallout New Vegas growing up, a sequel, updated hardware, there be nothing better. It just feels like, as you hinted at, the timing's so good that unless this is like ground, like we just barely even have put the shovel in the ground level, I feel like you just announce it, right? Like you roll off the hype of Fallout's TV, so you say, look, we're going to work on Fallout New Vegas 2. It's going to be a few years, but at least get the people hyped. The fact that they're keeping it under wraps makes me think we're probably getting a new IP. As you mentioned, all their other games have done so well, it wouldn't shock me if they do, but it just feels like if this was Fallout New Vegas 2, they'd give us a little bit more of a breadcrumb to get the people hyped, because you have all that goodwill from the Fallout TV show that I think you'd have a few years to play with it. So I'm hyped, but I don't know if we're going to get the sequel that we all want.
Well, that fans have been wanting it for so long. I think that's the biggest problem. Is that fans? It's like waiting for Half-Life 3, right? Where's that next half? Dude, it's just not going to happen, right? Like Half-Life is like Valve was never going to touch it. As people, so Valve comes out and goes, "Yeah, we got Half-Life Alyx." Everybody's went, "Oh," and granted, dude, great game. It was a fantastic VR game, but fans wanted the next Half-Life, and people want the next Fallout New Vegas. And I honestly don't know if it will ever happen. I get the expectations and the hope and the dreams, right? The hype moment. It could, maybe Gamescom be a huge reveal. All of a sudden, Xbox comes out in their showcase, right? They, boom, splash title. All they need is a splash title. And that would be enough to get the fans in a huge roar and kind of take that movie, the momentum, and move forward for, oh man, like Xbox is gearing up, right? I just don't think it's going to happen. I think it's a new IP. We see them shift from one kind of genre to the next. We got Pentiment, we got Grounded, we got Outer Worlds, right? So they're always moving. Now we're getting Avowed. They're always moving to the next kind of, their next IP or their next game, where I don't know if they want to do a sequel per se. So, because here's the downside of it too. When you come out with a sequel, dude, there's a lot to live up to from the first one. What if, right? Like we see some games go 1, 2, 3 doesn't hit, right? There's always that third game that kind of goes, ooh, man, you guys didn't quite make it here. Pentiment, not for everybody. Was not for me. Scott loved it. So it was just one of those, man, this is a different kind of game. I understand it. I can appreciate what it is. I'd rather go play Grounded or the Outer Worlds itself. Could we get an Outer Worlds 2 is my question.
I feel like if they do a 2 and they do Outer Worlds, that would almost be... That one would be very tough to pull off, right? Because if you all of a sudden start teasing 2, or you somehow do some kind of teaser that you're doing a sequel, but you don't reveal which, then you're going to put everybody into a frenzy. We're going to think it's Fallout New Vegas 2. It's going to be Outer Worlds 2, and that's kind of going to flop. That is where I don't think you want to do a sequel of any other game, because the fans be like, well, why Outer Worlds? Why not Fallout New Vegas? So I think it's either got to be a new IP, or it's got to be Fallout New Vegas, and I'm with you. This feels like a new IP, but maybe you're right. Maybe Gamescom, you just throw it on screen. As you said, everybody gets hyped. I mean, how long have we been hyping up GTA 6, right? You put that on the screen, you would have like 5+ years of goodwill, so they can pull it off. But I think we're on the same page here. This feels like a new IP. They've done so many other good ones. Why stop there? Why be put under the pressure of following up one of the better 2000s games in Fallout New Vegas?
No, absolutely. We want to hear from you. What do you think they're working on next? New IP? Or are you just hoping for Fallout New Vegas 2? ITGTV.com.